Hey everybody, it's Rob Nazarian with Talk Android, and I have the Galaxy Note Edge here, and it's basically a Galaxy Note 4 with a Edge display, a curved display, and it costs a lot more money to get this, and you know, the question is it really worth it? But I wanted to give you a walkthrough. We'll be doing a review of really what this Edge screen does. And basically, it's a second display in a sense. I mean, it turns into the full display. This will go away, like if you're watching a video or something. But during your normal interaction with the phone, this display is here through your home screens and some apps, where you can quickly go to apps. As you can see, there are apps there, and there are also you can swipe through and go to different screens and even get some information like the weather. What notifications that you have, and you can quickly scroll through, and you can also customize as well. You can see right there I just made a mistake. Sometimes when you're swiping, it actually makes you go into other things by mistake, so you got to kind of get used to it. And there it is there again. But you get used to it. It's not too bad. Now, a couple of other things that's already built in here before you get into customizing. If you scroll down on it, you get some tools here, which are quite interesting. I don't know if I'd call them game changers, but interesting. Probably the coolest one might be the ruler here. So you get a ruler here to go ahead and measure something, and you can exit out. Oops, I didn't show you the X there. Obviously it goes off the video. There's a little X button to get out of it. And then you have like alarms and stopwatches. So you can do a countdown and have that all set. Pretty cool. A flashlight also you can get access to, which has nothing to do with the Edge. It's just a shortcut. Obviously the flashlight will turn on your flash. And then you can swipe back up and go here. You can also have more apps here too to scroll through. And there's also a setup that you can go up on, and you'll get the icon here to set up. And let's go into that a little bit. So over here you have manage panels, and this is where, if you notice, I had 3 panels there. These are the 3 panels that were already set up by default, the one with the weather and these apps. And you can also notice these stars here, and I'll show you that, where you can customize what apps. But for whatever reason on this one, I can't figure out, there's no way to really customize the apps on that. But you can also go in here and select any others that you want. Like they have a Twitter one and some Samsung informational. Here's an S-Health one if you want to see your steps on there quickly. And you can also, so if I go ahead and select that and accept it, you'll see that I have it on the 4th one. I haven't walked too much yet today, but there's the 4th screen. But what happens also is that if I go in the settings and I go in the manage panels again, I can also reorganize them. I can go to reorder here, and I can just drag in whatever order I want and drop it, and as simple as that. The home one is always over here, all the way to the left. Let's see. There's also an Express Me thing here, where right now it's set up for, it says My Galaxy Note all the time, or whatever text you want to put here. I'll show you that. And some other designs. You can also import. You can add ones in here. You can make your own. I'm not going to get into that right now, but that's what you can do there, and import as well for different designs. And then there's a, this is the personal message I was telling you about. Right now it says Galaxy Note Edge, so you can change that to your name or whatever. And the night clock is interesting. You can set the time every night to go on and off, and it will show a clock on the side, and I'll explain that in a second a little bit. And, whoops, lost it. See if there was anything else I wanted to show you in settings. Oh yeah, rotate 180 degrees. This is for left-handers actually. It's kind of weird. If you tap on that and select it, what happens here, this thing still works, but if I turn the phone upside down, it actually brings the display down, and I can actually use this. Whoops, there you go again. See the mistakes that you can get into. Whoops, now the home button's over here on the top. You can flick it. It flicks the same exact direction though. all the way to the left here is the main one, and you can still flick them and select the apps to open and all that good stuff. So bring that back and go back in the settings and turn that off. Now, as I said, you can open up apps from here. So if you want to go into the camera, you know, bingo, you can do that. And you can customize apps right here by hitting the star key. And, you know, basically you can just send out whatever apps. I can go ahead and say I want to add Dropbox. Just drag it over here. And I can take whatever I want out. Just hit done. And you can see it's not on the screen, but I can scroll, and there it is. Dropbox is there. And then getting rid of it is just as easy. Just long press it, throw it in there, and it's done. For whatever reason, the star does not work on this particular screen. I don't know why. I tap it, and it just does not work. And the other thing that you get here is it's kind of like Motorola in that you can get information with your phone off. And in order to do that, you have to kind of put your finger on the display twice. Flick it back and forth twice, and then you get this informational thing here. Now, while I'm holding the phone this way, it displays in this direction, and then it scrolls. But what happens is it'll time out. It'll give you some of your notifications. It's going to time out there, as you see. But if I go like this and tap it, it continues going, and I can turn it off by hitting the button. Now, if it's on a desk and I flick it, it comes on. Oops, I think there it goes. It comes on in the other direction, so it's kind of facing you while it's sitting on a desk, and then again it scrolls, and again it will time out unless you tap it again. So that's kind of weird that it times out. It should just kind of finish, but and the night clock will look similar to that, except it does not scroll. It's just a lot more dimmer. So if it's sitting on your nightstand, that's actually might be the coolest feature of this thing. And there's that informational thing, My Galaxy Note, where it says there, I mean, My Galaxy Note Edge on the display. So you can kind of change that to whatever you want. But that night clock, going back to that night clock, is a pretty cool feature. I'm not saying it's worth $200, but it's kind of nice to have that. I kind of miss as I'm not using a Moto 360, or I'm sorry, Moto X is my daily driver. I don't have that night clock. Also Moto 360 as well, now that I switched to G-Watch R. So it's kind of cool to have a phone that gives you that clock on your nightstand, because I don't have a clock radio on my side of the bed. But anyway, that's the Galaxy Note Edge. It's kind of cool. In some ways it seems like a special launcher that you could download that many of the launchers have that give you certain things. I mean, that's really what you're doing, is you're giving yourself an area to do certain things and leave more space on your display. It's not a game changer by any stretch. It's kind of cool. It's proof of concept to show you that they can do a curved display, but it doesn't seem like anything that you gotta have. It doesn't really improve your life all that much. It's kind of cool, but as many things are cool, they're not always useful and not always worth the money. And that's probably the case here with the Galaxy Note Edge, but I know a lot of you won't get your hands on one and want to see how it works, and just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough as part of my review. So, thanks for watching. This is Rob Nazarian with Talk Android.